They said it was Preventive. The pharmacy started calling me in August. Not my pharmacy, a new one. Automated messages saying my prescription was ready for pickup. I didn't have a prescription. The first time, I deleted the voicemail. The second time, I called back to tell them they had the wrong number. The person on the line said my name, my full name, my date of birth. She said the prescription had been transferred from my previous provider. I told her I hadn't requested a transfer. She said it had been done automatically as part of a network update. She said I could pick it up any time during business hours. I asked what the prescription was for. She said she couldn't disclose that over the phone. She said I'd need to come in and show ID. I didn't go. The calls continued, twice a week. Always the same calm voice reminding me my prescription was ready. In September, I got a letter from my insurance company. It said I'd missed a required medication pickup. It said continued non-compliance could result in a coverage review. I called them. The representative said the prescription had been flagged as necessary by my healthcare provider. She said my doctor had indicated it was time-sensitive. I told her I hadn't seen a doctor in over a year. She put me on hold. When she came back, she said the prescription had been authorized through a routine screening. She said I was eligible under a new preventive care program. I asked what I was being prescribed. She said that information was between me and my pharmacist. I hung up. 2 days later, my doctor's office called. The nurse said I'd missed a follow-up appointment. She said they needed to see me to continue my prescription. I told her I hadn't made an appointment. She said it had been scheduled automatically when the prescription was issued. She said it was required. I asked who authorized the prescription. She said my primary care physician. I said I didn't have one. There was a long pause. Then she said the system showed I'd been assigned a provider as part of a network optimization. She said it happened automatically if I hadn't selected one myself. She gave me his name. I didn't recognize it. She said I needed to come in within 2 weeks or my prescription would be canceled and my insurance notified. I made the appointment. The clinic was 40 minutes away, a building I'd driven past for years without noticing. The waiting room was full. Everyone had the same blue forms on their laps. When they called my name, the nurse didn't ask how I was feeling. She didn't take my vitals. She handed me a specimen cup and pointed to the bathroom. I asked what it was for. She said it was routine. I asked if I could speak to the doctor first. She said he'd see me after the lab work. I left the cup on the counter and walked out. The next week, my insurance sent another letter. It said my coverage had been flagged for review due to non-compliance with preventive care protocols. It said I had 30 days to complete the required screenings, or my policy would be suspended. I called again. This time, the representative sounded scripted. She said the preventive care program was mandatory for my age group. She said it was based on population health data and risk assessments. I asked who authorized it. She said it had been implemented at the federal level. She said my state had opted in. I asked what would happen if I didn't comply. She said I'd lose coverage. She said I'd also be reported to the health registry. I asked what the health registry was. She said it tracked non-compliance for public health purposes. She said it was nothing to worry about. That night, the pharmacy called again. This time it wasn't automated. A man's voice, calm, professional. He said my prescription had been escalated to priority status. He said they'd waive the copay if I picked it up within 48 hours. I asked why it had been escalated. He said it was based on my lab results. I told him I hadn't done any lab work. He paused. Then he said records showed results submitted by my provider 3 weeks earlier. I asked for the date. It was the day I'd walked out of the clinic. I didn't pick up the prescription. 2 weeks later, a package arrived. No return address. Just my name and a shipping label from a pharmaceutical distributor I'd never heard of. Inside was a bottle, 30 pills. My name on the label. Instructions to take one daily. No information about what it was. I threw it away. The next day I got a text. "Your prescription has been delivered. Please confirm receipt." I didn't reply. The texts kept coming, every day. Then the pharmacy called again. The same man. He said they needed to schedule a consultation to discuss my medication adherence. He said it was required under my care plan. I told him I didn't have a care plan. He said everyone did now. I asked what would happen if I didn't schedule it. He didn't answer right away. Then he said non-compliance would be noted in my file. He said it could affect my eligibility for other services. I asked which ones. He said he couldn't provide specifics. Last week another package arrived, same pills. This time there was a note. It said refills would be sent automatically unless I opted out in writing. It said opting out required a consultation with a network provider. It said the consultation was non-negotiable. I still haven't opened the bottle, but every morning I get a reminder. Your medication is waiting. Please confirm you're taking it as prescribed.